Hi, my name is Alison Hicks and I'm the Editor-in-Chief of the Journal of Information Literacy, and I'm also a lecturer in Library and Information Studies at UCL. Thank you very much for considering being a reviewer for the upcoming Lilac conference. We really value your contributions as a peer reviewer in so many different ways. Firstly, because we really value your professional expertise and sort of having a look at these conference proposals. You might not think of yourself as an expert, but you as a practicing librarian who's engaged in the classroom, whether online or in person, you've got so much practical expertise and also theoretical background as well. And we really value that when we're coming to look at these proposals. Particularly if it's positive, if you think, wow, this is really interesting, I love the sound of this, this sounds very novel, that's all really interesting information for us as we're starting to design the programme committee. Obviously we're all quite well read, but we can't know everything. There's lots of different areas that we don't have expertise in, so that's when peer review becomes really helpful to get a sense of whether we think that this is actually something quite novel, something that would be interesting or attractive to people as we design the conference programme. Equally, we also really value your constructive feedback as well, particularly if you notice gaps or omissions or errors or ways in which this proposal could be extended. The idea here is to encourage the production of the best work possible. So this is when your feedback can really be so valuable to the presenter or the author, and getting this feedback can give them lots of different ideas, suggestions, and give them that second or third pair of eyes, particularly when we're very close to a piece of work or have been working on it for a long time. We lose some of that ability to sort of take a step back and analyze it. So that's when peer review can also be really helpful. Just getting that sense of how it's received by other people, how they understand it, what might be missing, and how we can extend this work in order to make it even better. So I encourage you to give your honest feedback, particularly if it's positive feedback. That is wonderful to receive as an author or a presenter. Can really help to boost confidence, to show that you're on the right track, that this is actually really interesting work, will be of interest to people. But equally, don't be afraid if you do want to provide constructive feedback as well. Maybe you think that it needs a bit of extra work. Perhaps you think it's maybe not quite appropriate to Lilac, or it's been covered in great detail, or maybe could take a different approach. This feedback is also super valuable to authors or presenters. I've received a lot of this type of feedback in my career, and it's always really valuable, because you can then, seeing yourself through the eyes of others is a great way to really extend and think again, or just adjust the way that you've been working, and that will always result in the production of more interesting, more applicable and more useful research for all our fellow attendees of Lilac. So don't be afraid to give that constructive feedback. This is not a chance, this is not going to condemn someone forever. This is a chance to make their work better. And also, obviously, there'll be multiple reviews for your work. So it's not just going to be your reviews taken in isolation. That will be combined with other people in order to provide feedback. Okay, but thank you again. We really appreciate your feedback. Any insights that you can give will be greatly appreciated.